What is going on? I'm Zedmont, jumping into the 4-engine room layout. Now, as you can tell, this is my 3-engine room layout. Just need to pick up all of those stinking buildings. Now, first things first, probably gonna need to switch to a shock blaster. Frustrating, I know, spending those diamonds, but hopefully you're picking up 29 diamonds every single day. Now, first questions first. When jumping to 4-engine rooms, how far do you need to go? Going to troop damage would be awesome, but for me, I just found that I wasn't able to keep consistently winning in the 4-engine room levels. 3-engine room level, so it was time to get the heck out of there. People coming in with... Nope, that's not the right... People coming in with heavy Zuka just walking through my base, and tanks is all I have available to me. Look at this, like they're just walking through it. So it was either design a new 3-engine room base or go to 4-engine rooms and design a new 4-engine. Like there's no skill required here with heavy Zuka. So if you're thinking of staying at 3-engine rooms, heavy Zuka is likely the way to go. Tanks not really going to be working unless your base can stand up, and chances of standing up against that heavy Zuka attack, not likely. One other question people keep asking is, should they go to rocket launchers? Looking at that, would rocket launchers help against heavies and Zukas? Probably not. Would rocket launchers help against tanks? Nope. Would they work against heavy rush? Also, nope. So rocket launchers late in the season or later in the season, likely, because they're only one node away. But for 3-engine rooms, unless you're really planning on hunkering down in the 3-engine room level and getting your rocket launchers up to like tick 4 or 5, which is going to cost you a lot of tokens, I would suggest not going to rocket launchers quite yet. So what we are going to do here is I'm going to build this base. You've been through here before. If you haven't, then please consider going back into your box, throwing code ZMOD into your creator boost, because we're going to get into some great fun here. I will pause. You don't want to watch me moving things around. Base complete. Now, one thing I noticed is, first and foremost, my boom cannons are not maxed. We're going to do that right now because we've got some upgrade tokens sitting there in the wings. Don't have my gunboat energy maxed there. I also don't think... let's upgrade one more because we are still learning this strategy and I am going to have problems. Now, this base might seem familiar. It is basically Orion's base, and in Orion's words, there is no such thing as an Orion base. He copies other people, and people like, where are you? You fell down a little bit. Dr. Phoenix and Luke and Big Bear Ball, and Luke, I'm not sure where you are up there. You can't be too far off. Also Stoneheart. So lots and lots of great players collaborating on bases. Now, I am lacking on mortars, but we're going to give this a go. Something like this, hoping that we can do a decent tank attack. This is my first 4-engine room attack of the season, so please be gentle with me on this. Probably going to make a few mistakes and fail miserably. We're going to go 2 boats on that left-hand side. We are going to go something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 boats over here, holding brick for now. Now, that cannon on that right-hand side going to cause us some problems. I've already dropped brick too late, I do believe. And then we are slowly but surely gonna bring, don't call me Shirley, I'm going to bring all of our, what are these guys called? All of our rifles into play. Gonna drop my rifles on that left-hand side as well, so they'll come wrapping around. And now, just trying to keep Brick alive as long as we possibly can. This player does not have boom cannons, which is a massive boon at the moment. The fact that we're able to cruise on in, so far, doing okay. And they have mortars, which are going to be less useful at the moment. But I definitely want to get mortars as soon as I possibly can. Doing okay. Probably spent too many of my troops on that left-hand side. I think we probably could have just brought our rifles in super duper late, just noticing now that this person has a top 50 badge, which means we are going to need to hustle. Also, probably could have done with one boat of rifles because this person did not have boom cannons, so definitely making a whole bunch of mistakes on this first attack. But I think we can salvage it if we can get this final flare on, get a final shock out, and then just hope that we can... Actually, you know what? Let's throw one more shock just in case, because this kamikaze flare not going super duper well. 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Maybe we can pull out a win. Very curious to see what Cyrillic Sailor person is managing. They were using all rifles. The fact they don't have boom cannons, I suppose, means they don't have tanks as well, so we are going to pull out the win. Moving to 4 engine rooms, already paying off. So if you're sitting there wondering, can I go to 4 engine rooms? Should I go to 4 engine rooms? You'll see that a bunch of the players on the leaderboard are now starting to move to 4 engine rooms. I know for a while there, everyone was sitting there with 3, and everyone was getting like, should I stay at 3? Move to 4. You don't need troop damage, you don't need mortars. Clearly that will help, but this tech tree doing okay. Don't have Zukas, don't have troop health, don't have heavies, do have level 1 smoke. Level 1 smoke was incredibly useful for using all rifles at 3 engine rooms, also for using tanks. I don't like using tanks, but they definitely are more viable than all rifles. So if you're considering going and getting tanks, not a bad idea. Like I said in a previous video, all rifles probably not super sustainable going forwards. Getting some boats of tanks in there probably for your best. Now I am just going to hold brick for the moment. We should be able to take down that mortar. We should be able to take down the flamethrower, and then I'm going to bring brick in, and I'm going to bring 1 boat of rifles in, hoping that we can get a decent shock here. This is where that Lego shock comes in super duper handy, getting 2 boom cannons and a mortar in there, sorry, and a cannon in there, I should say. Now, brick is probably going to hit that boom mine, because that's what brick loves to do. Hey, she managed to avoid it. I'm kind of impressed. She even took a side step to the left, if you can believe it. Unheard of. And now we're just going to battle orders our way through as our rifles come in. We've got another batch of rifles coming in here pretty quick. I'm amazed. Brick has lasted this entire battle, and we are going to just cruise through this clumped base with no difficulties at all. So, should I have gone to 4 engine rooms 16 plus hours ago? Definitely. Definitely 1000% yes. But the task of building a new base is fairly daunting, and I wanted to do it with you guys. It just seems a little bit strange not to build a base on YouTube, and my office is now down in the basement. Didn't want to go down into the dungeon. Too Faded, I've seen that account name in the past. I don't know. I feel like I should know who that person is. They've got artillery. You need 5 artillery, I believe it is, to take down an engine room. They went absolute bare naked base trying to get to artillery, but without tanks, their riflemen are going to have a hard time against this base, especially once I get mortars. So we are going to pull out the win yet again, back-to-back wins. My tech tree holding up on its own. Now, I've had a couple people send me messages asking about their tech trees. If you have any questions about your tech trees, throw it on Discord, throw it in my YouTube comments, throw it on Twitter. I am happy to answer questions, let you know what I think are a couple good routes going forward. Yeah, there's lots and lots of resources for you. But like I said, rocket launchers are not an option that you want to see, I don't think. Now, this is where it gets into that balancing act. Do I spend all of my tokens on troop damage, or do I get my mortars up? I probably should have held out for mortars, because mortars going to do more good for me. But I love me some offense, so we'll do one more battle, and I should be at a higher tier. I'm well aware of that, but I just haven't been able to bring myself to play nearly enough. So I'm gonna go all my boats on this right hand side. Just looking up, and also I'm using way too many boats of riflemen at the moment. We are gonna bring 1 boat of those dudes, and then we're just gonna cruise through all of this stuff. As soon as that flamethrower's gone, here we go. cruising on in. If you're wondering why I'm going from the left, they have overloaded that left-hand side. So we are, and look at this, just ignoring the Shock Blaster. Shock Blaster versus those tanks, no chance whatsoever. Uh-oh, Brick. Brick, don't die on me. I don't have medkits. My other account does have medkits, but this one, no medkits, going to mean that Brick is going to probably die to that sniper tower. Yep, indeed she did. But looky here, we're still doing fairly alright, even with a terrible attack that is not going as well as it should be. I have made so many mistakes on this, but our tech tree holding out, using shocks, I've used not even close to enough gunboat energy. Should have shocked that sniper tower. We are probably going to lose here simply because I have been holding onto my gunboat energy for no purpose at all. Like, look at this. What are we going to use this gunboat energy for? Shocking a machine gun or flamethrower? Nope. Just so many mistakes. Let's get a shock out there. Let's get that kamikaze flare. We are going to lose, and too much gunboat energy can be a bad thing simply because I made so many mistakes with it. I guess it's not really about the gunboat energy being the mistake. It's about me making way too many mistakes. All the shock mines have been cleared. All our rifles are dead. Coming from that left-hand side, I feel like probably was the right choice, but I just let Brick die and didn't use nearly enough gunboat energy as a result. So when Brick dies, clearly you're not saving gunboat energy for your battle orders, but man, we're not going to end it like that. We'll do one more attack. You see, I was on the brink of gold a second ago, and then we pulled it back with some tanky tanks attacks. So 4 engine rooms seems like the right call right now. 3 engine rooms, it gets to the point where it's just not fun anymore. And even when you're winning and it's not fun, you know something needs to change. So we're going to go 1-2 over here, 1-2 here. No boom cannons in the immediate vicinity, but I am going to shock that right there. I find that I put my flags way too high up on the beach. If you guys are guilty of that as well, please do let me know. Gonna bring out Brick now that we're starting to get into some form of a place where Brick could be useful. I am gonna hold a whole bunch of my gunboat energies, even though I just said that's a bad idea, because I feel like all of their boom cannons are deep into this base. Let's drop our rifles on that left-hand side, trying to get in as tight as we can as Brick is about to die yet again. Just absolutely getting murdered. That's not really a bad thing, though. Like, kind of, anytime Brick dies, it gives you the opportunity to get your troops a little bit more focused, or get your gunboat energy a little bit more focused, I suppose. Getting a decent shock on that left-hand side makes me happy, and now just getting all of our riflemen in and amongst those machine guns, which is not going to be super duper awesome. Need another shock. Need another shock. We're going to hit that shock mine. Of course we're going to hit that shock mine. Down goes the boom cannon. We've got enough rifles on that left-hand side to deal with that boom cannon and that cannon, so there we go. Not bad at all. Should have shocked the left machine gun instead of the right machine gun, because as you can see here, that left machine gun absolutely ate up our riflemen. It's a learning process. I way more... Sorry, brain fart. I get way more enjoyment out of losing at a new engine room than just doing the same attacks over and over again. So let me know in the comments which troops you're using, how to improve my tank attacks. These are early days, my friends. I will get better, but for now, look at that name. That is amazing. GB, you're from Great Britain. You're in a Sailor and Floffet, and we are going to pull out the win, I think. Barely. We are going to pull out the win based on percentages is my guess. Yeah. Oh, wait. Even an extra engine room. Sweet action. So, told you we're going to leave on a win, and sure enough, yes, we are. When we come back next, I will be at rank 18? Should be at least 17 right now. Need to do some pushing, get into 18 or 19. The wife is away all weekend, so I am home with kids, solo dad style. Once they go to bed, I am going to be pushing super hard, so do consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, most importantly, so you can get some info there. I know it's like, hey, I want to subscribe to some dad. Awesome. But I know there's a whole bunch of you out there that either are surprised by the fact that I've got kids, or you've got kids of your own and you can relate. So, anyways, enough of that noise. We've got some intel to grab, most definitely. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmod. Peace.